You know that moment when everyone's talking, laughing, filling every silence with noise, and you're just sitting there watching, not because you're shy, not because you don't care, but because somewhere inside a small voice whispers, "This feels like too much." And then comes the guilt. Why can't I just be normal? Why does everyone else seem to feed off this energy while I feel like I'm drowning in it? You smile, you nod, you play along, but deep down you're counting the minutes until you can leave, until you can finally breathe again. If that's you, you're not alone and you're not broken. Let me paint you a picture. It's Friday night, your friends are making plans, there's a group chat lighting up your phone, everyone's excited, the restaurant, the bar, the late night laughs. And you feel nothing, or worse, you feel dread. Not because you don't love these people, you do. But the thought of being on for 4 hours, of matching their energy, of navigating all those voices and personalities, it exhausts you before you even leave the house. So you make an excuse: "I'm tired, I'm not feeling great, next time." And when they finally stop asking, when your phone goes quiet, you feel it. Relief. Pure guilt-laced relief. You put on your favorite show, you make tea, you sit in the kind of silence that feels like coming home, and for the first time all week you can actually hear yourself think. Does that make you weird, antisocial, cold? No. It makes you someone who experiences the world differently, and that difference, it's not a flaw. Here's what most people don't understand. For some of us, being around people, even people we love, isn't just tiring, it's loud. Not loud in the obvious way like music or shouting, loud in a way that lives inside your head. When you're in a group, you're not just hearing words, you're reading faces, sensing moods, noticing the small shift in someone's tone that means they're upset, picking up on the joke that didn't land, the tension no one's nomming, the energy in the room that's just slightly off. You notice everything. And all of that noticing, it takes energy, a lot of it. While others are just enjoying the moment, you're processing 20 different layers of it. You're the one who sees the friend who's smiling but seems sad, the one who catches the pause before someone answers a question, the one who feels the room change when a certain topic comes up. It's like everyone else is watching a movie, and you're reading the script, directing the scene, and analyzing the soundtrack all at the same time. No wonder you're exhausted. But here's where it gets interesting. When you're alone, all of that stops. There's no one to read, no energy to manage, no masks to wear or roles to play. Just you and the quiet. And in that quiet, something amazing happens. Your mind settles. All those thoughts that were bouncing around, competing for space, finally get room to breathe. That thing you've been trying to figure out, suddenly it makes sense. That feeling you couldn't name, it becomes clear. Because when you're alone, you're not spending energy outward, you're turning it inward. And for people like you, that inward space is where everything comes together. It's where you process, where you think deeply, where you connect with the truest version of yourself, the one that doesn't have to adjust or explain or perform. That's not loneliness. That's clarity. Think about it this way. Imagine your mind is like a still pond. When you're around people, it's like someone's constantly throwing stones into the water, ripples everywhere, movement, noise, disturbance. Some people love that, they thrive in the splashing, they need the ripples to feel alive. But you need the water to go still again, because it's only when the surface is calm that you can see clearly, that you can notice the reflections, the details, the things hiding just beneath. When you're alone, the pond becomes still. And you can finally see. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever been in a conversation where someone's words didn't match their eyes, where they said, "I'm fine," but everything about them screamed otherwise? You noticed, didn't you? While everyone else moved on, you held that moment, you wondered about it, maybe you even brought it up later, gently, carefully. That's not overthinking. That's depth. Quiet people don't miss the small things because they have the space to hold them. They're not rushing from one moment to the next, skimming the surface. They're paying attention. And attention, real attention, requires stillness. You can't notice the details when you're always moving. But here's what happens. Society tells us that being social is good, that being around people means you're happy, healthy, thriving, that if you'd rather stay home than go out, something must be wrong with you. So you start to believe it. You start thinking maybe I'm too sensitive, maybe I'm missing out, maybe I should just push through. And you force yourself into situations that drain you, hoping you'll eventually enjoy them, hoping you'll become the kind of person who gets energy from crowds instead of losing it. But you don't, because that's not how you're built. And trying to be someone else doesn't make you happier, it just makes you tired. Here's the truth they don't tell you. Solitude isn't the opposite of connection, it's the foundation of it. When you spend time alone, you're not running away from people, you're returning to yourself. You're refilling the well that social interaction drinks from. Think of it like this: you can't pour from an empty cup. And for people who notice everything, who feel deeply, who process the world in layers, time alone is how the cup gets filled. It's not selfish, it's necessary. And the irony, the people who understand themselves best, who are most grounded, most present, they're often the ones who spend the most time alone. Because they know something others don't. You can't truly connect with other people if you've lost connection with yourself. So what does this mean for you? It means that the next time you choose to stay home, you don't have to feel guilty. It means that the quiet you crave isn't emptiness, it's fullness. A different kind of fullness than noise and laughter, but just as real, just as valuable. It means that your need for solitude isn't a weakness, it's a strength. Because while others are distracted by the noise, you're noticing what they miss. You're thinking more deeply, feeling more fully, seeing more clearly. You're not disconnected. You're tuned in to a frequency most people never find. And maybe that's the gift of being quiet. Not that you avoid the world, but that you see it more honestly. You notice the person sitting alone at the party, the shift in your friend's voice when they talk about their job, the beauty in a moment everyone else rushes past. You see people really see them. And you see yourself too. In the stillness, in the solitude, you find something most people spend their whole lives searching for. You find you. So the next time you feel that pull toward quiet, toward space, toward being alone, don't fight it. Don't apologize for it. Just let yourself be. Because the world is loud enough. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply notice. Notice the details others miss. Notice what your heart is trying to tell you. Notice that being alone doesn't mean being lonely. It just means being awake. And that, more than anything, is what the world needs. People who are awake. People like you.